Alrighty. Right there. Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome back to what is probably the last playthrough for Last Door series. We're still in season 2. There are only 2 seasons of the entire game. We finished chapter 3 last. And at the end of chapter 3, after all the nonsense we had to go through with Dr. Wakefield, we finally found Devitt. So, let's see how this all culminates. Should prompt me to go to episode 4. There we go. Into the season finale. Previously on The Last Door. After Kaufman's sudden death, Dr. Wakefield travels to the island of Ilemor to search for the ancient Chromedin, a supposed path to the other side. He discovers the island inhabitants hide a terrible secret. They instill primordial terror in ritual subjects for them to cross the door and come back as hideous abominations. That's what it is. Wakefield is himself subjected to this ritual and transported to an endless land of fog, where he finally seems to meet his missing patient, Devitt. So that's what happened. Okay. Interesting. He must be stopped. Guess I'm going the wrong direction. We have not come this far. To see our work ruined now. So why are they targeting Devitt so hard, though? That's kind of weird. We left the black waves of that sea behind and walked through the mist. At times, gusts of wind parted the mist, revealing a barren landscape under a dying sun. At first, I could not contain my many questions, but Devitt's only reply was a grave silence. Eventually, I lapsed into an uneasy quiet and resolved to follow my patient. I knew not where. We wandered through the vast desert without any apparent goal. On occasion, vague shapes appeared in the distance, crumbling towers and abandoned cities, lost amongst the rippling dunes. The passage of time lost its meaning. I had traversed that world all my life, all the world's life. Our journey was eternity. Then the man at my side, whom I had followed so long, stopped. He spoke for the first time. We are near the threshold. It is the starting point, Doctor. The first place to look. I'll be waiting on the other side. Remember this. I will not be here forever. Darkness will light your way, but then you will be alone. Beyond the Curtain, episode 4. What could my companion have meant? Nothing that way? Okay. The The threshold, I knew of this. Strange memories returned to me of another life before the desert was my everything. And those cryptic words, darkness will light your way. It was not the first time I had heard them. They were from a dream, a terrible dream, when I had begun to follow the trail of my missing patient and taken my first steps to uncover the secret world of the veil. It's a person. Or something. In this place, the ancient shadow was created by human reasoning tremble in sheer terror. Its name is Xylathal, the last curtain. Xylathal. The scorching light of this dead sunset bleeds through my petrified fingers. My eyes burn. I feel them melting like candle wax. Hello. These ruins, built by beings long forgotten, grant access to the last threshold. You are welcome to enter the ruins, but you will need to find your own key in order to reach the threshold. Alright. The man at the entrance said that these ruins contain the access to the threshold, but I see nothing. David said it is the starting point, the first place to look. Darkness will light the way. What did he mean? It looks like the poster for a theatrical show, but it has neither a title nor a date. I see nothing but ruins. What was it that David said? Darkness will light your way? Well, I guess we should look for some darkness. Darkness will light your way. I see nothing but ruins. Darkness will light your way. So I need to find some darkness. That's what I'm hearing. Darkness, and then we have, we can take it. Okay. Perhaps it will prove useful. Maybe. Unsure how, but alright. It is like a theatrical poster, but it displays the silhouettes of 4 men. So let's see, this guy is still rambling. All right. Raise your arms, for the wind calls our name. The hour has come for us to take flight one last time. Okay. Good for you, buddy. Look to the sky. It reaches to the earth, but we'll never meet it. We'll never meet it. Can you see the magnificence of this infinite horizon? The cold, unattainable, all-embracing darkness. This is the outer limit of the threshold. Not far from here, the black waves of truth wash upon the veil that covers human eyes, and it falls apart. Okay. There is no death but rebirth. There was no void but awakening. You guys are all crazy. A path winds into the forest, but these trees are too dense for me to go any further. I'm too tired to go on, to keep seeking what was promised us. But at least here I'm safe from the terrible hazard appearing through my own shadow. The black is blocked by sharp rocks. I cannot make my way through. Alright. Moving back. Can't go the forest and can't go the rocks. So all that we have is to the left. To the left. To the left. This looks a lot like Donan Manor. Oh, we can go this way. It's like blood. Rocks have been piled against the wall as if to conceal something. The ground is soaked in blood. Black feathers are strewn about. What happened here? An old gramophone. There's no disc. So I probably gotta find something to play music. Might summon something. That's my guess. Let's see. A silhouette of a strangely shaped head. That's a head? Looks like a hand to me. Well, okay. The pendulum strokes are sickly slow, but they seem to keep time in this place. Freaking birds again. There is something inside the bird cage. What is that? It is some kind of root. It seems to have a human shape. It reminds me of the Mondrak in that game I played. It was like the puzzle game. Was it Silent Hill or something? But yeah, it looks like a Mondrak root. Okay. Gosh, it's so freaking foggy. Can't see a thing. And it's green for whatever reason. Oh, what is that? There is something inside that cage. A shadow staring at me with dead eyes. I can see something in it. No, through it. As though I were staring into a dark void. Off in some remote distance, colorful shapes flow in seemingly impossible patterns. Did I get hypnotized by some weird creature thing? It did say into the darkness you'll find like a path. Jeremiah David Edward Street 24, Westminster, London. Correct. I should cease stalling and set the plan in motion. But what then? Lead my old friend through this dangerous journey? Are we playing as that one guy? The shadow is gone. There's something on the cage floor. A rusty key. The cage open, shadow is gone. Okay. Weird. Did the Mondrak just move? Look up the Mondrak moved. So what, I need to go through and find shadows to discover different things about, what caused Devitt to be taken in the first place. Because they seem to have this strange fascination with Devitt. What are you? You're back here. So much suffering, so many deaths, for what? What have we attained so far? The words of my father, so much has happened because of them. Alexander swears that this time we will succeed, that the Hoopoe will undo all of our mistakes, free us from that terrible, haunting gaze. But should we not accept the consequences of our actions? My faithful companion who kept many secrets with me over the long nights of research. A small bird that managed to lead the others through the treacherous fog, Raimundus chose an apt name for the compound. This letter. Videte nequisciat. It will be enough, I think. It's time to send it. I'm just not sure that it's the right thing to do. So yeah, I think that's Devitt's friend whose name is escaping me at the moment. I think it's like Hawthorne? Hawthorne. The shadow has vanished. I think it's Hawthorne. A slate disc. That's going to go on the record, probably, so we can play it. Let me see. A large crack in the wall. A few rays of unearthly light stream through it. Okay. So now we can take this and play it on the gramophone. I suddenly had a hankering to play freaking Bioshock Infinite. That game's so fun. I love that game. I love running around shooting people. It's great. See if this works. Yep. When I put the disc on the gramophone, it starts spinning on its own. Wait, is that a melody coming from the house? Nani? Was that door always there? It's just a shadow of Lynx projected onto the wall. Lynx. It's locked. Where's that music coming from? Here. Ugh, there's a dead cat on the floor. I think it's rotting. Her eyes are missing. Oh, there's something on the floor beside her mouth. Please don't eat me. Thank you. Sorry, Miss Kitty. Okay, so now I have a key. That's probably for the hatch. Is that Lynx gonna attack me or something? That would be something. Well, can't see nothing. Oh, hello. You are of no worth to us anymore. There's barely any worth to begin with. Rude. Is this really the best option your supposedly brilliant mind could envision? A few meaningless words, a pathetic attempt of your guilt-shattered conscience to remedy the situation, and then you hope to wash the blood from your hands with a cheap exit. Look upon yourself, Anthony. See what we have become. Witness your only true legacy. Hey! Is that Mr. Beechworth? I see something through the shadows, slowly taking form. Anna, sweetheart, how did this happen? Too late. It's too late for us. But he still can choose. I have to warn him. So that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to warn Devin. Ooh. How the fudge? There's something on the ground near where the masked person was standing. It is a fragment of a broken mask. A piece of a Greek tragic mask. Okay. So I can come back here. I wonder if there's something else here. The lights, were they always on? A light is on inside, but I cannot see the room clearly. That's on the side of the house you can't get to, right? Where would that light be coming from? Just want to make sure there's nothing else in this house. Oh, it's broken now. Huh, who did that? The ladder's broken. So yeah, I can't get up there anymore. And then there's just down here with a dead cat. I don't think there's anything else. So I bet I had to get all pieces of the mask in order to do what I need to do. It's interesting how you can examine it so closely. Poor thing. I cannot honestly say that I want to know how she died. Alright, well, I guess we'll head back towards the like where we first came. So weird how there's light in the house, but I'm not finding anywhere where there is light on. So it could go that way, but let's look around first. Okay, so this is still here, so we can't go that way. Is he dead? Oh no, he's like on the floor. Oh, now we can. Here we go. Alright, we're now at a coast. A large sea stack just off the beach. It seems to be a lonely demeanor. It seems to have a lonely demeanor. Got some trees, got a hole. These trees are the only reminder of life around here. It's as if they're guarding the statue. Shadows linger in Xylathal, like insects trapped in a cobweb. At its center, the spider lies in wait. Okay, so we can go in there. An ancient oak, nothing crazy. Let's see what's about this. There was a hole in the ground. I've seen gardeners digging holes like these when they need to transplant trees. Maybe put the mandrak in there? Ah! It is well covered. I planted to root on the ground. Alright, so let's see what happens with that. Another shadow. The shadow of a child is sitting in the corner, shaking in fear. As if peering through a keyhole, I can see things moving in the darkness. I like the style, but those themes. Does Lena approve of this kind of art? You have not lost your child. You have not lost your old sense of humor, Alexander, even after what happened. Do you not recall that sight? I would erase the memory if I could. I find that painting makes it easier to bear. So, what brings you here anyway? It has been years since we have heard from you. I thought our old case had long been forgotten. Listen, Ashdown. What if I told you I have found a way of crossing safely? Crossing safely and then be able to come back not being some weird bird thing? The shape of an eye is painted on the blackboard. Light. Doesn't seem to be anything else. What is that noise? Did the thing grow? Not yet. I feel like it will. Tell me why they decide to mow right now. It is 1 o'clock. They had all day. All day. I was doing something all freaking day. And then right when I decided to start recording, they're like, now's the time to mow. It's like they know I record at this time. Is the piano. A grand piano. It is missing a key. Of course it is. Of course it bloody is. Time to find a missing key. Rada. Let's see. Let's look around. Trees. Statue. There's literally nothing in here. And my thing is this, their mowing schedule is very inconsistent. Come at one time I was asleep and they started mowing at like 8. So I'm just like, which is it? Are you gonna mow 8 o'clock in the freaking morning? Or are you gonna mow 10 o'clock? Make your schedule consistent. Because now they're coming this way. Oh, what in the heck? It's a mirror. A colossus born of rock and craftsmanship, relegated to the briny backwaters of this nightmare into the emotions of injury and despair. It looks like a piano key. A grand piano is missing most of its keys. I'ma just leave here. Sorry about the mowing. I don't know why they... It's like they always mow when I decide to record. It's so annoying. Oh, it's a coffin. What? There are 2 curious symbols engraved on the stones of the statue stone. A massive tree has grown underneath the coffin, bursting it open. Some macabre artist has placed a half-size statue inside. Was it placed by a visitor, or does it represent another memory? Or was the statue somehow... No, I cannot bear to think of it. Underneath the statue's hood, its face bears an evil grin. These statues, it is almost as though they are the children of the standing stones that dot the horizon. They are less weather-beaten at any rate. Oh, that's creepy. What is this? Shapes are forming through the shadow. I cannot look away. I must see. His name is Professor Wright. Right, yes, I recently had occasion to meet a disciple of his. He refers to himself as a psychotherapist. I have the impression that Wright's methods are more closely resemble those of my trade than those of yours. He is eccentric indeed, but I think his thesis may be proven correct. If so, we might have found a way of reaching the threshold without attracting the attention of the custodian. A shortcut, you may say. A shortcut through the veil. The problem is in the method itself. It has some unusual requirements, and we would need a man of great sensitivity who knows the peril of reaching the door. So, planks have nailed, but to what purpose? There aren't enough planks to provide protection or keep the light out. A giant drive an eye, yeah, it looks more like Saturn and the rings surrounding it. Oh, no. It looks like sheet music was left on the desk. There's something wrong with this sheet music. Well, yeah, it's backwards. It's like mirrored. Or we could leave this crazy world. The key fits perfectly. I remember some lessons from my youth, but I cannot possibly play a melody without the assistance of sheet music. The melody seems simple enough, though. I think I could manage to play it. I can't read sheet music. Okay, there's something strange about this sheet music. Melodies go fa, 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 sol, la, ti, do, do, do. So he said fa, 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 sol, la, ti, do, do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sol, la, ti, do, do, do. So you probably be like, yeah, it's 3 does. But it's mirrored. Or more like it's oh, there it is. As I suspected, is the melody that I heard at Wright's mansion. What's that? It's coming from another place. Really? Huh. I guess so. Where is it coming from? Oh! Oh! terrifying shape looms where the piano once stood. It's being pulled on threads like some monstrous puppet. The threads converge on a distant point. Something is taking form there in the darkness. Oh, ugh, creepy. We're back here. It's our old classroom, but that shadow. Who? This is not possible. The shapes beyond, the light. My fingers. No, do not come any closer. My hand. Oh. I'm so confused. There's something on the ground near where the masked person was lying. It's a piece of a broken mask. That's two. More strange symbols. There are two curious symbols engraved on the stone. A tall figure stands in the woods. I might have taken it for a tree were it not breathing heavily. Inside, I see things near the threshold, getting closer and closer. After what happened to Father Glenn, I think they will shut down the school. Anthony, that thing we saw, I don't know what it was. But what about your father's diary? Myths and legends, superstitions with no basis in scientific observation. Anthony, talk to us. All right. My father discovered several ancient myths pertaining to the veil. They come from a variety of cultures and hence take many different forms, but they all say something similar about what resides near the threshold. An ancient being that sleeps within the fog, protecting the door from intruders. A vengeful custodian. But no matter. At any rate, my serum was a failure. We got but a glimpse of what exists out there. Nothing conclusive. But what if the serum had worked? I don't know. As I said, I have no data. And those myths, what do they say? Those tales, they all say that if intruder got too close and was discovered by what sleeps in the fog, then the custodian would be relentless. He would pursue the intruders and destroy them wherever they might hide. There would be few ways to protect themselves from its rage. So I'm guessing the custodian is this bird that we keep seeing. Actually, real quick, I want to double check something. So yeah, you can keep walking forward in this part. What's the... Oh, another strange symbol. They're kind of everywhere. That's weird. Am I going to have to like punch in a code and like follow the pattern? So far we have an S, a T looking thing with an extra dash, and then this was like a mountain. And this is like a triangle with a key. That's what I'm gonna call it. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, no. There are two curious symbols of Galen and stone. Which one? Okay, no, not that one. I need to go through whichever. No, not that one. Oh my god. I can go here or I can go here. I guess it was this one then. So it's the one that looks like half a hangman setup. So like, how do I think about that? Okay, so we have a V looking thing and then a stick figure looking thing. V looking thing, stick figure. So stick figure then V. So we need to find this V looking thing first. Okay. So you need to make your way through the woods. So stick looking thing and then the V. So that's not it. But there's only two. It stops there. I'm so confused. I am so confused. Okay, that got me somewhere. No, it didn't look like that. Maybe I gotta go wherever you don't see those symbols? Like you have to pick the opposite symbol? And this is like the key. Well, the symbol it was like the V looking thing. I really don't know. Okay, we got somewhere. Okay, so that's... I guess I'll go through here. Okay. And that's the V. Oh! Is this... David? A shadow strongly resembling my patient stands in the clearing. I can see through it. It's just like the other shadows. Four men are making careful preparations. I know not for what. Crepe. This Captain Skid. Devitt, are you certain that he can guide us safely through the fog? His results are extraordinary, Anthony. It is the best chance we have of avoiding the gaze of the custodian. I forgot what it made Dupree sound like. Well, there can be no doubt that the captain survived an encounter before. He even kept a companion from harm. We'll finally see what lies hidden beyond the curtain. It is time. Wow. A huge statue, a mythical creature. It is a bird with the head of a wolf? Or is it a lion? Oh, all the stairs. This game is weird. I like it though. The summit rises above the fog, though all I see is fog and an endless ocean of clouds. Alright, let's head back down. Oh, wait, what? Go back. That. An enormous black feather. Despite its size, it is extraordinarily lightweight. Hey! What's that noise? Something's out there. It's getting closer. That's IQ. To leave. What did I say? Is he asleep? He is now. It has been so long. I have had to lose hope. I had begun to lose hope that he would never awaken. Were you able to speak with him? Anthony, Devitt has forgotten everything. Everything. Good heavens. It may be for the best. Our research is likely to take some time. If he truly has amnesia, his condition will protect him until we are ready. But should we fail, remember what happened to Hugo. Ashdown entered the Vale in full knowledge of what might happen, and we will succeed where Wright failed. We will use the serum to induce primal terror in a controlled environment. In one stroke, we shall overcome all of our obstacles. But when the time comes, we must have a means of guiding our dear friend back to us. There, he will be safe. So much is happening. And now we're out of there. There's something on the ground near where the masked person was kneeling. It is a fragment of Berkamask. Okay. That's literally it. Yeah. An eyeless mask. It is similar to the one that I found at Alexander's safe house in London. Okay. Time to go back to the ruins. See if we can determine if we can get through this threshold. Everyone's gone. All that's left is me now. A man is standing next to the open curtain. Hello, Alexander. Welcome, Dr. Wakefield. Alexander Dupree? Yes, I've been waiting for you. We all have. How the heck did I get here? I was in that pit in Inemor when suddenly I found David, but he disappeared. I journeyed through the fog and found myself here. But how is that possible? Alish Moore. I do not know that name. Many paths in our world leads to this place. That how you pronounce it? Huh, interesting. Many paths in our world lead to this place, Dr. Wakefield. And I know only a few. In Son of Xylathel's mirrors, you see the truth leaking into our world. And in others, you see yourself. I know you'll reach us at last. He was certain of it. He? The first founder of the order, the Artifex. Do you not yet know his name? The founder of everything? I guess be Devitt. Because why else would we be tracking him down so relentlessly? Do you mean Mr. Devitt? Truth can be hard to accept. Yes, Jeremiah gathered us all under the same rule. Videte ne quis sciat. See that no one knows. We knew of the final truth which lay beyond the threshold. This is what the playwright was committed to finding. This was Jeremiah's obsession. The first language, which is said to grant the power of creation. After our experiment at school, we realized that the path of the ancient ones was watched by a fearsome guardian. We needed a way to circumvent the inexorable gaze of the bird. I found Captain Skid, who had met the bird and lived. We decided to use him in a test. It was a catastrophe. We eventually found the survivors, but their memories were incomplete. Jeremiah had fared the worst. He had been left devoid of any memories that were related to our efforts. We were desperate to find a solution. Hugo tried and failed, and then Anthony and I miraculously came across a formula that had lain forgotten for centuries. At last, it was time to bring Jeremiah back into our ranks. That was nearly a disaster as well. I did not anticipate Anthony's sudden madness, or the extent of Father Ernest's decline. Mercifully, Jeremiah's life was spared. But something else was wrong. When Jeremiah reached me, he did not remember everything. He had changed. He told me that he was going to put an end to all of us. He still means to acquire the first language, but he wants to use it to ruin our work. He has already crossed the threshold. Once he learns the final truth, none of this will ever have existed. The order, the door, or ourselves. You must stop him, Doctor. You must stop him before the curtain closes forever. What if I didn't go? What if I didn't do anything? The moment has passed. Now it is too late. We are doomed. I like being mischievous. I want to see what happens. Save Wakefield's life. Once more, I found myself enshrouded in dense fog. Gradually, the fog dissipated, revealing a busy street in London. The mask that I had worn lay on the ground, melting like wax over the wet cobblestones. Dizzy and exhausted, I wandered the streets until at last I returned home. It seemed very small, as it always does after a long journey. As I removed my coat, I found a feather in one of the pockets, the same one that I had discovered before being engulfed by the black mass of the Simurgh. With a jolt, I realized that it had not been a dream, and I was ashamed at how quickly I had deluded myself into thinking otherwise. I kindled a fire and placed the feather on the crackling flames. As it burned, I heard the distant calls of crows in the street. Despite the heat, I shivered. My patient and friend Jeremiah Devitt has sacrificed himself. He had accepted the consequences of his friend's actions and his own as well. He had crossed the threshold, leaving the veil through the red curtain of truth, and forever closed the last door that had led to those horrors. But had I not found the strength to follow him, I could not take his place. But I had not found the strength to follow him. I could not take his place. Okay. I doubt that I will ever learn the fates of those who remained there, those who are hopelessly trapped in Zalathal. My thoughts now turn increasingly to the last mission to which my friend Kaufman entrusted me. I must make sure that no one ever learns what we discovered. So that is an ending. I wonder if it will allow you to go back to that point and make a different decision, or do I have to go through the entire chapter again? That was good. This game's crazy, man. Wow. Crazy, man. So they opened this door so that they could get the first language and reveal the secret to creation. Which, I don't know why do you want that, you maniacs. What were you trying to create? And they were doing this since they were in college. Things went wrong in college, so resulting a lot of them either dying because of this custodian, or having their memory right. But then we have Alexander and all these guys trying to come up with a serum to do this shortcut past the veil so that they can go past this custodian or this bird thing. But even when they did that, when some of them came out, they were like this strange humanoid thing. Oh, and the only way to get through them, you have to instill utter terror into their hearts. That was good. I'm so glad I finally actually finished this game. Dang, that's so cool. So interesting. Such a creative story too. I never thought they would make Devitt's therapist important. I really hope the game does allow you to go back and play that last part of the last chapter. So I don't want to have to play through the entire chapter again. Nothing wrote videte nekriskiant. Creepy. Yeah, it was a good balance between just a good story and fiend. Good balance between a good story with some I remember that sound. Nothing else? I can't do anything? I just gotta leave? Oh, wait. There's sounds. And there we have it. Please let me start from that part and I have to play this entire chapter again. Thanks for playing. My pleasure. Please tell me I don't. I think I might have to. They're extras? Oh. The mask with no eyes. What is that? The inner circle is gathered once again. A whole cycle has passed since the last prelate traveled to land of shadows and fog. Now the mask with no eyes has chosen a new bearer. The path between our worlds, or between worlds, will be visited once again. And the veil upon human eyes shall be lifted forever. The prelate meets now the custodian of the threshold. Nani? An ancient being guards the door of mist. May the prelate take its light and stand by its watch unnoticed. For wisps of fog shall reveal the truth. The burial embers brighten the dark sky. The fire of dawn scorches through the barren desert. The austral flame shines within the dark forest. The pyre of Zephyrius glows in the dark sea or ocean. The playwright will stand in the center. And the curtain will be drawn at last. And then its eyes were open. Whoa! Complete the mask with no eyes. What in the world? Now, what if I click continue? It starts you there. So I'll have to play through chapter 4 again. That sucks. I feel like they should have put in a way. Wait, what happened? They should have probably put in a way for you to play this part without having to go through everything again. I wonder if I can run through it. And I can just like, I think I can run through it. I'm gonna run through it and cut it. Y'all won't see it. So let me just. If I just click continue, it's gonna start me out. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I'll probably just, let me just do this real quick. It shouldn't take long. Okay, so I've gone through. I have gotten all the pieces for the mask. And now we can go in and do the things. And in we go. All right. I'm not gonna go through all this dialogue again, him explaining. We read through it all. Let's say we look for you. We look for you, Coffin and I. I'm truly sorry, but sometimes terrible fates befall the companions of travelers. The other world checks itself and conceives itself within the veil, and reacts violently when that veil is disturbed. I knew you would reach us. He doubted Coffin would make it, but he knew you'd make it. That you would. And it turns out it's Jeremiah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Crazy, man. Go. Saved of his life. Once more, I found myself enshrouded in dense fog. Oh, so it's like almost the exact same text as last time. Oh, I thought we'd actually do something. Like there'd be more gameplay if we go in. I'm sure the dialogue's gonna be a bit different this time around though. I crossed the dusty threshold like an intruder. I noticed for the first time that I was holding the robe of the playwright in my hand. I kindled a fire, threw the robe into the flames. As I watched it burn, I remembered the black ocean. I stood there on the beach, staring up at the terrifying heights of the vertiginous Mount Quaff, where the verb is said to lie. Then someone touched my arm. It was Dr. Wakefield. Our encounter on the endless dunes had not been an illusion. In his quest to find me, he had ventured into the veil itself. He said nothing, but it was not necessary. He had come to take my place, to sacrifice himself. He stayed behind and closed the door after giving me the chance to escape. His reasons I will never know. I do not know what happened to Alexander and the others, but I fear that they are trapped in Zalathal for all time. I stared at the endless rain splattering against the window, and I remembered that I had something else to do. A last promise to keep. Vedete ne quisquiat. Oh, so like he'll never talk about it. And that's it. Huh. Well then. Interesting. And yeah, that is that. There's nothing else. So you can exit the main menu. So that is the last door. This actually was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. I had a great time with this. Love the graphics. I love me a good pixelated game. Love the story. Very interesting. Very creative. Yeah, just cool game, very fun. All right, so now we have to figure out what we're going to play next. We're probably, I actually might not put out a poll for another game, because since I have to cut videos now for the cut versions, trying to do that for 2 games at once is a little bit much. But I'll see. Maybe I'll take a bit of break, just focus on Batman Arkham City, and then we'll go back to 2 games. We'll see. I might just focus on Arkham City, finish out the Arkham series, and then we're gonna have another 2 games to play at the same time. But I'll decide later on. Alright, so that is it for The Last Door. I hope you guys had a fun time with this. Thank you for suggesting I play it, or more like thank you for voting for it. It was a lot of fun, and I will see y'all in the next set of videos. Bye-bye.